How's it going, everyone? My name is Luis. I hope this video finds you doing well. Thank you all for the kind reception on the last video I did. It was on my favorite games of 2018. If you want to check it out, I'll have a link in the description down below or in the card in one of the corners of this video. But this video specifically is on the most anticipated games of 2019 for me, the games I'm most excited to play or just learn more about. Now keep in mind I'm putting an asterisk on 2019 because some of these games don't technically have official release dates just yet. I have been more lenient with some games and others like Cyberpunk 2077. I'm not putting on this list because I more think that game is coming out in 2020 than 2019, but who knows? There's also other games like Metroid Prime 4 and Animal Crossing that I didn't put on this list because we literally just have a logo. I at least want like a trailer, a CGI trailer, before I get excited for anything else. But with that said, here are the top 10 games I'm most excited for to play currently in 2019. This game I can't even remember when I first heard about it, but I just recall it was originally announced for the Wii U and now it's coming to all modern platforms. It's an RPG called YIIK, a postmodern RPG. You play as a man in a small town that, with this group of friends, try to solve a mystery regarding missing people in town. When I first heard of it, I described it to my friends as a Persona Cross Earthbound game, and I think that still rings true today. You explore 6 dungeons as you battle your way to the truth and figure out what is happening in this freaky town. It comes out January 17th, so the wait isn't too long anymore, but hopefully it's worth the wait. I'm definitely going to be reviewing this one. This is Remedy's new game. They had previously worked on Quantum Break for Microsoft, and Control actually looks very similar to it from a visual perspective. Everything else feels completely different though. You play as Jesse, who visits the FBC, the government facility in charge of investigating paranormal entities. However, catastrophe has struck the FBC as they're invaded by this force called the Hiss that can take over bodies of people. Now it's up to Jesse with their badass shape-shifting gun and psychic powers to save the day. The gameplay shown off this year looks absolutely stunning, and while Quantum Break could have been better, I have much higher hopes for Control. The premise of the story sounds fascinating just because it's all taking place in this one giant building that is essentially an open world but within a building, and the concept just sounds really interesting. I'm very excited to play this one. After Party is certainly a unique premise for a video game. You and your friend Lola just recently died and find yourselves in hell. You're stuck there for all eternity unless you can outdrink Satan. If you can beat him, then you'll be sent back to Earth. It's such a bizarre concept for a game, but it sets up a fun adventure for you to dive into. It's a modern take on classic adventure games of the past, and just looking at the trailer, I'm already sold by the performances of the actors in the game. It seems like the perfect game to just live stream your experience or just play over the weekend. I'm very excited for this one to drop. This is Sucker Punch's new game. For reference, they're a Sony studio that last worked on infamous Second Son, so that was quite a while ago. When it was shown off back at E3 2018, I was completely blown away by the fascinating representation of ancient Japan. I partially worked my way through a minor in Japanese studies in university, so having read a lot about the Edo period and then seeing aspects of that in a video game, it got me really excited. You play as a samurai during the first Mongolian invasion of Japan, and it's all played from a third-person perspective in a world that I'm so ready to explore. The cinematic display of it all is encapsulating, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. While this hasn't been confirmed for 2019 just yet, the fact that 343 Industries is doing their annual Halo tournament on the Halo Infinite build gives me a little bit of faith that we'll actually see it released by the end of this year. As far as development goes, it's the longest developed Halo game in recent years, and that's most likely because of the new engine that's being made for it. While I love Halo, it's certainly been on a decline for me since Halo Reach. The multiplayer in 5 was pretty good, but the campaign was a complete letdown. I'm hoping that Infinite brings back the glory days of Halo 3, but only time will tell. And I know people are kind of bored of the genre already, but I honestly wouldn't mind a Battle Royale Halo game. I really like to see their perspective and how it takes place in this vastly different world. What started off as a small game jam project evolved into a brand new full-fledged game that looks absolutely amazing. A cyberpunk game that looks like if Blade Runner, Ghost in the Shell, and Flashback all had a baby. While I don't really know a lot about the gameplay style just yet, it already looks pretty promising just based on the design of the art style alone. I'm personally hoping it plays like an action RPG, basically a pixel art styled Cyberpunk 2077. That's what the trailer sort of hints at least, but I'm really excited for this game. I've been reading a lot about its humble beginnings since a game jam project and how it's been funded by Raw, Fury, Xbox, and the UK government, and it just seems like a really interesting game. I really want to jump into it already. This was announced at the Game Awards recently, and it looks amazing. I don't know what it was about 2018, but I got way more into music-based games like Taiko no Tatsujin and Tetris Effect. Sayonara Wild Hearts looks like it's going to continue that trend. With the tagline like breaking hearts at 200 miles per hour, I'm head over heels with this game. The synthetic 90s aesthetic is something I completely vibe with, and I can't wait to learn more about it. It's coming to the Nintendo Switch and other modern platforms according to the trailer. Hopefully the wait for more gameplay isn't too long though. This is Kojima's famous new game that no one really understands what the heck it's about. We know that you're playing as Norman Reedus' character named Sam as he delivers both packages and people across destroyed vistas. The cast of actors on this project aren't lacking by any means, and rumors have it that the gameplay is supposed to have a revolutionary new online component. I personally think we're just in for some weird parallel universe story where each death in the game correlates to more than just a simple respawn of a video game character. Either way, I'm still excited for this game and I can't wait to find out what the heck is going on in the story. Honestly, from a Kingdom Hearts fan perspective, it feels like another Kingdom Hearts game. Like Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming out at the same time with Kingdom Hearts 3. It's weird and bizarre and I love it. The original The Last of Us is in my top 5 games of all time. I completely fell in love with Joel and Ellie on their first adventure. It was an emotional blast of suspense, curiosity, and tragedy as they made their way over to the Fireflies. In the sequel, there's a major time jump where Ellie is now a young adult and Joel may or may not be dead now. What is apparent though is that the world around them has gotten way more violent and gruesome with both bandits and clickers running amok. What has happened since we last saw the pair and why is Ellie seeking revenge? I have a ton of questions about where the story in the world has gone since we last saw Joel and Ellie, and I want them answered right away. The wait is agonizing. Speaking of an agonizing wait, Kingdom Hearts 3. I waited so damn long for this game to come out.
I did my waiting! 12 years of it!
See, I put that scene in for comedic effect, but Kingdom Hearts 2 came out 13 years ago. It's not a joke anymore, I'm being serious. Yeah, I played through Birth by Sleep, 358/2 Days, Recoded, Dream Drop Distance, and the mobile game, but I'm just excited to finally be at the conclusion of the story. I want to see what happens with Master Z Handor. I'm just messing with you, I know how to pronounce his name. I feel like that's like the test if you're a real Kingdom Hearts fan. You're like Master Z Handor or Master Xehanort. See, I know. I want to see what happens with Master Sayonara and all the fallen Keyblade wielders. From a gameplay standpoint, it continues to be an evolution of the action RPG system that started the series. New worlds from Pixar and Disney Animation joined the series, including the return of the live-action Pirates of the Caribbean series. The taste of new music like Utada Hikaru's Don't Think Twice and Face My Fears have gotten me addicted to the new trailers, and I simply can't wait to get my hands on this game. Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out next month, and I'm honestly just kind of scared. I don't know if I'm gonna be ready for it. I've been waiting 13 years. That's more than half my life at this point. Wow. Anyway, those are my most anticipated games of 2019. Let me know what your games are in the comments down below. I'm always excited to see what people have to say. Usually there are games that I've never heard of, so this is also one way for me to find out about a game and then end up reviewing it sometime next year. So let me know in the comments down below. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day and keep on gaming.